Hello YouTube, Baraki3 here, and it is the first Saturday in May of 2012, which means, of course, that it is Free Comic Book Day! So all the comic book stores are having sales, and of course free comics, but along with comic book sales, there were also action figure sales, and the local comic book store had buy one Blackest Night DC Direct figure, get a second free, and the one I bought was Black Lantern Superman. Alright, so let me show you his box first, as is my custom. Nice Black Lantern symbol here, Black Lantern Superman, all encased in his big giant packaging. The dust that I recently wiped off the top, because these obviously weren't selling for some reason, because they're amazing. Superman looks really good. Blackest Night up top, green Black Lantern symbols, DC Direct, Series 7, pretty cool. Also in the series we get Black Lantern Superman right here, and then Sinestro Corps member Arkillo, who's pretty cool. They ripped his tongue out, I was bawling. Black Lantern Terror with Scar, which no one gives a crap about. And Red Lantern Mara with Dexstar that I want so badly, oh my gosh! And their bios. Alright, so here he is out of his package. Black Lantern Superman from DC Direct. Probably one of the most beautiful figures I own. He looks really, really excellent. I got him today at the comic book store. Buy one, get one free Blackest Night figures deal. This is my friend Steven right over there reading his Green Lantern comics. Say hey, Steven.
Hey.
That's Steven over there. But, yeah. Let's do some articulation on this guy. So, head, as you can see, goes up and down. 360. Pretty well. Doesn't go up that far, though, but I guess it's okay. And then his arm's on a ball joint here, so he can go up and down. 360. Cape kind of hinders. Don't want to mess up with the cape. Bicep joint, 360, elbow joint, and a joint 360 on his hands. That's pretty good. No diaphragm or waist articulation. That's pretty typical for DC Direct figures. They're mostly here to look good, not be articulated. And then legs, no outward joint, but a forward joint. A knee joint, and something I didn't expect, really, shin joint. I don't think my Necron has a shin joint. He might. I don't know. Necron's not really posable. Not like this guy, anyways. And just so I can show you here, just come with this cool Black Lantern stand. The actual symbol itself is translucent. You can see me through it, but the white with a little peg. Peg on the bottom of his right foot. Boom, right on there. Beautiful. Now, how about detail and paint job? The detail's pretty good. You see his muscles, pretty ripped, gotta say. The nice matte black that's all over him, and the gray that's down his arms and his chest. Kind of like his silver cufflink looking things on the side of his arms right here. Of course, the silver lining that goes up on the Black Lanterns. Really cool. Of course, you got his ring here, which actually looks pretty good. Except that there's not really a lantern symbol on it. It's just flat, which is kind of dumb. I kind of used to having little lantern symbols on the rings. And he just has two fist hands, which normally I don't like. I like two different hands, but this is Superman, and he's a punching man, so punching hands he gets. Now the symbol of the House of L on his chest, or the S as you humans might call it, looks really great. It's actually sculpted in there. It's not painted on, just like these black lines, because you see it makes a V, kind of like the Black Lantern symbol. So the symbol for the House of L has actually become part of the Black Lantern symbol, which is pretty cool. Just gotta say. And it's sculpted, and none of the paint's getting on where it's not supposed to. None of it's rubbing off. And he's this nice pale color, like freshly dead. And if you've read Blackest Night, you know he's not dead. Just Black Lantern rings also attached to the Resurrected. So if you haven't read Blackest Night, just go ahead and read it now, where you're pretty much not a Green Lantern fan. But yeah, he has these completely black eyes. His nice black hair, which is sculpted really well, by the way. And he looks really good. It's got good sculpting behind the cape, too. Look at those firm buttocks. Yeah, pretty good. And the cape sculpt's pretty nice in itself. And it's nice and flimsy, so that durable enough so that it doesn't really rip off, but flimsy enough so that it can flap in the wind. Yeah, pretty fancy. As you can see here, the Superman scales up well with other DC Direct figures, like this Blackest Night Necron here, his Lord and Master. And then the Blackest Night Wave 17, I believe, of DC Universe Classics White Lantern Hal Jordan variant. If I raise him to be on the stand with Superman, Superman's actually much bigger than Hal Jordan, so it doesn't really scale up very well. And just to show you a marvel, how about the Iron Man Extremis Stealth Armor variant from the Return to Marvel Legends, which is even smaller than the Hal Jordan. So, yeah, if you want something to scale up with this guy, you're pretty much going to need Necron to do it. Or, you know, other DC Classics lines. Now, I have another one. I have a Saint Walker. I got Saint Walker free with the Superman, which is pretty ballin', but I haven't opened my Saint Walker yet. I'm not going to open him until after I do the review, or while I'm doing the review. So, yeah, this is Black Lantern Superman. I'm going to give Black Lantern Superman a 5 out of 5. Now, he comes with this ballin' stand. He has a ballin' paint job, a ballin' sculpt. The articulation's less than a DC Universe Classics figure, but they look better than DC Universe Classics figures, so you're giving up some articulation for some better detail. Now, the only thing I have a problem with at all is how the ring doesn't have a symbol on it. I mean, I know that they're small and obscured, but White Lantern Hal Jordan has a symbol stamped into his ring, sculpted into his ring. Why doesn't Black Lantern Superman? The ones that are, like, from DC Direct, the ones that are supposed to be more detailed. But, yeah, I guess you're just so busy looking at the rest of him that's so amazing that I guess you just wouldn't notice arguably the most important feature. But still, I can get over it. I'm going to go to sleep, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be over it. Promise. So, yeah, 5 out of 5, and I'll see you guys later.